Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Spicy Tales Podcast with Kim and Stacy.
What up?
We're both wearing headphones right now and I can hear myself, which I'm happy about because I'm not a fan of my voice. So if I sound a little different, which I don't, honestly, I'm just listening to what I sound like, but I don't sound different. So yeah. How was your weekend? I was supposed to have your car for like 3 days, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, so a flag on the play.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't go to Boston.
Sad.
Very disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was big mad about it.
Oh, you called me that day.
I know. Anyone who knows me know I'm pretty good at like not publicly outbursting.
Mm-hmm.
But on the inside, I feel like I'm fuming.
Yeah.
So like I was fuming on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister seems to be like one of the only people who like can like bring it back down, you know? So I like called my sister, took a walk, bought some gum.
Yep.
My sister calmed me down, went home, took a nap, was still pissed.
Oh yeah, you were pissed for a very long time.
Still messaged my sister.
I would have been so mad if I planned a trip to be out of the country and it didn't happen. I'd be pissed.
We're not going to blame anyone because
Yeah.
I'm over it now.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Because I was the day of, you called me. I think the first call I missed. Because it was early in the morning. And
yeah, that was when I was calling to tell you I was going to come drop off my car.
And then after that, because I was up, I was tracking you.
Of course.
Because we share locations.
Of course.
And I could see you downtown, but you weren't moving. And I could see you at the car rental place, but you weren't moving.
Yeah. Anyways, so flag on the play didn't go.
Yep.
Instead, we decided to make lemonades. No, wait. Lemonade out of lemons.
Yes.
And so we went to La Bonita on
Mm-hmm.
Bank.
Never been.
It was really good. I had a really good time. We had some nachos, a bunch of tacos, tried I don't know how many different types of tequila.
So you were trashed.
Oh yeah, I was fucking wasted.
When I saw you,
I even Uber.
When I saw you, there's no way you had all those already.
Yes.
What? You seemed like, okay, you seemed a little.
I'm really good at holding my alcohol. And like my friend that I was with was like, he was hammered. My other friend was hammered too.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, he was definitely hammered.
Oh yeah, he was hammered.
He's like, come in.
She was, we had dropped her off.
Yeah, because she
wasn't with us. So I knew I was like, the plan was to get hammered.
Yeah, of course.
Because I was like, fuck it, we're not going.
Like, we're turning up. I'm still on vacation.
It's a staycation. We're gonna go off.
Yeah.
So we decided to Uber. We Ubered downtown, met up with my friend.
This was Sunday, right?
Yeah.
This was Sunday.
We picked her up, and then Ubered to the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Got so much tequila shots, so much tacos.
Did you eat before like majority of the drinks?
No, we had already started drinking before we left the house.
Oh wow, okay. So
I told you I was gonna drink before I left the house. You're like, smoke, because I was mad. And
Okay.
You're like, smoke.
Oh, I know that he was making you a drink. So
Yeah, that was pre-going.
What drink was that?
It was vodka soda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then we had a lot of tequila shots.
Mm-hmm.
La Bonita has like a bunch of different tequilas. I guess they have like, there's like a gin bar that has like a bunch of different gins. It's kind of like the same concept. They have a bunch of different tequilas. I tried the Rocks tequila. It's pretty good. Can't even hate. I obviously had the Añejo Casamigos. Of course.
Yeah.
I don't remember the other one that we had, but one of them was disgusting.
And you did not have the Casa Azul.
No, but I should have, but I didn't. Because the bill at the end was $400 anyways.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And the day before that,
But you guys were 3.
We were 3, yeah. And obviously we took her bill because we're like, we're bringing you out with us, so just like come get fucked up. Come get fucked up. You know what? Sometimes I'm gonna say this. Sometimes you gotta reach out to random friends because I was texting her just randomly and like we would decide we wanted to go out because the whole day I was like, I'm not doing fuck all. I'm pissed. Just like whatever and like sulk. But then my sister's like, why are you just gonna sit there and sulk? You might as well just have fun. Like who cares? Whatever. And I was like, you're right. She's right. And she happened to be texting me and I was like, do you want to come with us? Like, you know, like whatever. And then after we dropped her off and then we got home, she texted us and she was like, you know, like I was having a really shitty day. She's like, you don't even know that I cried earlier today.
Aww.
And she's like, you guys really made my day, like just inviting me out.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? Sometimes you just got to reach out to random friends, like just because.
Yeah.
Like just include them and stuff. Cause like, yeah, it felt good to know that like, you know, we helped her have a better day. But yeah, went after that, met up with this one for a bit in the Uber.
Literally, she added my place as an Uber stop, but literally just like
came in, chit chatted.
Hi,
I
bye.
peed. I'm like, I gotta go, and then went home, continued drinking. But then at this point we had switched because like at the restaurant I had a lot of gin and tonics and tequila shots, and then but when I got back home all I had was my vodka soda, so I switched back to vodka soda.
So you were switching alcohols, and that is why, if you're listening, whenever you listen to this, whenever you see this, hopefully you will see it on a Wednesday, which will be today. Like, we are recording today, and we are hopefully posting today. And this is because my sister, since I actually... So she was supposed to go to Boston, and I did not want to record by myself. I didn't know who to ask. So I was like, you know what? I guess we're going to just have a podcast like later on in the week or maybe even next week. But then she didn't go to Boston. So I'm like, okay. I kind of felt bad because it's like she's obviously upset that she can't go to Boston. But in the back of my head, I'm also thinking, yes, we could record on Monday. But
selfish.
This bitch made sure that she was hung over on Monday.
I didn't make sure.
She did, because
also,
on Monday...
blame La Bonita, because they said, do you know that you could take a little bag of your alcohol home with a little straw? It looks like a little juice box.
We're in Vegas now?
And they like Ziploc it.
Oh.
I wish I had a picture. I'm gonna try to get a picture for you and send it to you so you can insert here. But yeah, like they like send you off with like a little...
Oh. Okay.
And I was like,
but wait, so like,
great.
If it was like a cup of wine, like what are we talking about here?
Well, we had bought a pitcher of watermelon sangria.
Okay.
So they put it in the little baggie with a little watermelon in there, and it had a little straw.
Wow.
And
That's
then
cool.
My friend got a spicy margarita that she didn't drink because we had too many tequila shots. So they put it in the baggie and they like brought it. Nice. Yeah, it was cute.
I like that.
I mean, they said it's not usually what they do, but like, they'll fucking do it.
Oh, I
Shout
like
out.
that. Because, yeah, that obviously reminds me of Vegas where you can just drink on the streets.
Okay, they didn't say drink on the street. They just said take it to go.
Yeah, and they seal it. So,
yeah.
But, like, to go where? Home. Outside of this establishment. That's what.
Home. I think the understanding is that you're going to be responsible, take it home and drink it in the comfort of home.
Right.
Instead of wilding out, twerking on headlights.
When I did my smart serve, there was something about establishments where you can bring your own booze. You can, like, as long as it's sealed, you can leave with it, like, from a restaurant.
Is that why they open freaking bottles of beer at bars? So
Yeah. They even do that when, like, what are those things called? Those green, like, the Mexican drinks. Not Jalisco. I forgot what they're called, but anyways, they're the pop drinks, and they open it for you, and it always makes me think of how they always open up your alcoholic beverage. It's not an alcoholic beverage.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'll put a picture of the freaking drink on the TV.
Please do, because I have no idea what she's talking about.
But also, speaking of talking to an old friend or like hitting up a random friend, maybe 3 weeks ago or tops a month ago, one of my high school friends, Christine, hey Christine, she messaged me on Instagram and she was just like, oh, hey Stacy, do you want to go out for lunch or dinner? And I was like, yeah, sure. Literally haven't seen this girl since I graduated high school in 2010. I haven't seen her in 13 years.
That's crazy.
And so yeah, we picked a date. I said Sunday. I thought Sunday, like the Sunday coming up, but she's just like so booked and busy that we booked it for like 3 Sundays later, which was last Sunday. And I don't know why I said this to her, but she's very organized and on top of stuff. So I wanted to, like, I don't even know. I guess I wanted to impress her. And I was like, oh, I'll make the reservation. And she's like, okay. So right there, I was just like,
The worst. This one is like the
it felt like a life sentence. I was just
literally
like,
the world's biggest procrastinator. This girl will do nothing if she doesn't have to. Why would you even put that on yourself?
So then, the week of, she messages me saying, I think it was the Wednesday before. She's just like, oh, I just listened to your podcast and I had mentioned something of this girl that we went to high school with, talking about, oh, to my ex, you've never experienced racism. And she's just like, I know you were talking about so-and-so, which is so funny that she knew exactly who I was talking about. And she was obviously also confirming that we were going out to eat that Sunday.
The reservation.
And the reservation had still not been made. So I'm like, okay, let me call them right now or book it online. Go online. We were supposed to go to, did that door just open?
It absolutely did.
Yo.
There's a ghost.
Exorcism. So I forgot what the name of the restaurant was. I think it's Wishbone, some oyster place. Whale's Bone. There we go. And thank you, Will. And then so I go online. I'm like, oh, nice. I can book it online. All the Sundays are X'd out. Every single one. I'm like, what? Did everyone book every Sunday for the rest of the year? So then I call them and they're like, yeah, we're not open on Sundays. I'm like, this would happen? Because now I have to expose that 3 weeks ago I said that I was going to reserve, which still stands. That I was going to reserve the restaurant, but now I have to tell her on the Wednesday before that I can't reserve it because it's closed on Sundays. So I told her, I'm like, yeah, I tried to reserve it and it's closed on Sundays. And I'm like, do you want to go another day or do you want to go another place? And then she already had another place lined up, which is the Lexington Bar and Grill or something.
Where's that?
On Westboro.
Okay.
I never
go to that area, and it's actually
Richmond.
I never go to that area, but it's so nice there.
And actually, when I was making the reservation, it said Richmond, and then in my head I was thinking Old Richmond.
Because
so I was like, that is not right here. That's the West End. But then I looked it up on the maps, and it was actually where it's supposed to be. So yeah, we booked that. I saw her. She looked literally the exact same. Like, she's never aged a day after high school. It was so weird. And she's like, you look the exact same, which I know that's not true. Because I see pictures of myself.
You're only saying that because of your teeth.
No. Like,
it's just because you got braces and stuff.
I literally look at old pictures of myself and I can see that I've matured. Like, something about me, it might not even be wrinkles, but I can see that I look much younger back then, obviously.
Yeah, it's the innocence.
Exactly. The innocence has
You've seen too much in this world.
I really have. So then
it's the trauma.
And then yeah, she was just catching me up on things. So I reached out to her, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, because she had posted that she had cancer. And so she told me the whole situation. It was so crazy, but basically she went in for a routine eye exam and the optometrist was like, I'm going to refer you to a specialist, an eye specialist, because you have like a lot of pressure on your eyes, on the back of your eyes. So then she goes to another specialist and the specialist, I guess they saw something and were like, yeah, you need to go to like the specialist at the general. And then when she went to the specialist at the general, they're like, yeah, you have cancer. And within 2 weeks, she was in surgery getting the tumor removed. And then they biopsied it. And it was cancerous. And then she had to do chemo. She never left work. She actually changed jobs while this was happening.
Jesus.
And yeah, she's in remission now. So I'm so happy for her. And she told me to make sure you do all your checkups and to have a family doctor. And I'm like,
okay,
I do not.
Easier said than
like
done.
Family doctors.
If anyone knows a family doctor that's taking new patients, please comment it below because we've been looking for family doctors.
I haven't had a family doctor. Well, technically we have a family doctor, but my mom said we shouldn't go. We're not allowed to go to him because he did some suspicious things, and she was like, I do not want this man touching my daughters. So we haven't had a family doctor since, and I think that happened like while we were in high school.
Yeah.
So every time I go to the doctor, I just go on the Apple Tree website and just book someone. And that's what I've been doing.
So you know how I have my voice problems?
Mm-hmm.
So I made an appointment, and like they had told me they were going to refer me to the ENT.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't done that. And so I was like, made a follow-up appointment. They're like, yeah, we sent the referral, but it's going to take a long time. We don't know how long it's going to take, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, but I don't have much to offer in the world. I need to be able to talk.
Seriously.
Like, I can't.
That's
like,
what you got going on for you.
That's the only thing I have going on for me, honestly, is the fact that I talk bare shit. Like, that's all I have. You can't take this away from me. Please.
Someone take her mic.
Just shut it off.
I literally the last comment that because you know, I'd be posting clips. Shout out to you too, Chaz. Shout out to TikTok. Don't forget to subscribe, like, follow.
I'm fucking done.
Whatever you need to do. Oh yeah, we're on our way to 300 now. I think we're at like.
You're supposed to.
Oh yeah, and I also am supposed to shout out this podcast, these listeners. So clearly we're behind. I don't even know where I saw this. I think I was going into like the platform where we post our podcasts, and then I went on the Apple Podcasts website and I saw that we had a review on our podcast, 5 stars, as we should, on April 24th.
Damn, it's October, my guy.
And
we are
says,
so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I literally saw this last month. I think I sent it to you.
Yeah, it was last month, yeah.
It says, hey girls, just wanted to say we love the podcast and the realness. We just started ours called the Spicy Tea Podcast with Trixie and Ryan. I wonder if they found us out because we have
the words
very similar names.
Check them out.
Yeah, check out the Spicy Tea Podcast with Trixie and Ryan. It's spicy to say the least. We would love it if you would give us a listen. We will continue to listen to yours as well if you enjoy.
I'm a listener.
Give us a shout out and we'll do the same. Let's grow each other's casts. Have a great day. So shout out to you guys.
Trixie and Ryan.
And shout out to the comment section because y'all be wilding out. A lot of so lately it's been about the people have been commenting on how we said that there's still racism in Canada, which they agree.
I mean, they would be stupid not to. We're 2 black girls and I'm telling you there's racism in Canada. You're not going to tell me there's no racism. And were you there? Were you there when she called you a Negro? No, you weren't. So you're not going to tell me there's no fucking racism, okay?
And then what else were they talking about? They said it was very racist of you to be talking about their potato salads and adding the raisins.
Excuse me for not wanting raisins in my potato salad.
That's very racist of you. It's like if they were to say fried chicken on watermelon. And I'm sorry, but
I didn't
watermelon and fried chicken is better than potato salad.
Potato salad.
It is.
Like,
it is.
And second of all, that's not a combination that most people see. Like, black people eat potato salad too. We just don't put raisins in it. Like, I'm sorry. Like, y'all want to do fucking weird shit with your potato salad. You want to, throw a little salt on there. That's your thing. Add your raisins.
A little salt, a little pepper.
I don't want any. I didn't say don't do it. Do your thing. Them raisins look disgusting.
Them raisins do look rough.
Like, how you gonna put eggs and raisins in a potato salad?
So we need to check our black privilege.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah.
You could have told me I was gonna eat cornbread and fried chicken and I would have been real happy about it because that shit's fire.
What's a white food that you really love? Because, I do like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
How could you not?
Like, that's a classic. And I like the Michelinas, too.
Don't fucking...
Like, I really did. I would just add a little bit more cheese because they were a little stingy with the cheese.
They definitely was stingy with the cheese.
What other white dishes? I like some casseroles and some...
I like mashed potatoes. I like stuffing.
I like
those white things. I don't know.
I like
mayonnaise.
I like beans with bacon, like just a bunch of sweet beans and bacon.
I don't like that.
They do that.
Listen,
we love white people too. It's just some of them piss us off, like the whites only mom and tots. But I also said in that clip, it's like if Haitians were to have a thing, and it's like only the Haitians, but they were throwing shots at everyone else.
It's like you can do whatever you want. There's no need to throw shots.
Like they were saying forced diversity. What?
Forced?
Stop. Just stop.
We just want to be inclusive. We hate everyone at the same time.
We really do hate everyone.
We don't just hate one race.
You think that we're just talking shit about white people? That's so funny.
Conversations in the car. Because I be talking shit. I talk the most shit about Haitian people.
I talk the most shit about Haitian people.
When I went to Toronto, I was astonished.
Like they can't get their
I was like,
together. They're always
let
late.
The Haitians.
There's no boundaries.
I was like, who let these Haitians here? When we went to Caribana, I was like, why are there so many Haitians? Since when do Haitians go to Toronto?
Whenever it's a black establishment, you already know it's going to be late. Half the inventory is not going to be there.
How many times do you go to the fucking Caribbean shop to get food and they're like, we don't have that?
Exactly.
At least when I go to white restaurants, I get hospitality, okay? People are
service.
Nice. Fuck. Go to the Haitian restaurant to get food. I'm getting cussed out. I came to spend money here. Why are you mad at me? Like, why are you yelling at me? I don't have to worry about that when I go to like freaking the deli. They're real nice there. I don't know what else. I don't know what other restaurants.
My boyfriend's half white.
Oh God, not this.
I dated a ginger.
Stacey's like,
I live in Canada.
You sound like
surrounded by white people every day of my life.
You sound like those people that are like, I'm not racist. My cousin's nephew's cousin is black. Like, chill. Like, we get it.
You know what's a new term people have been saying? Biracial, and then what they identify as. So let's say, like my boyfriend would say, I'm biracial,
but I identify
as black. Or I'm a black biracial. I'm a black biracial. That's what it is. That's the pronoun now. That's the pronoun. I'm a black biracial.
Listen, I am not going to tell anyone how to identify, but I am going to say this.
Identify these nuts.
You're such an idiot.
That's what y'all need to identify.
I will say that, like, I always feel bad for biracial kids who don't have any identity to their black side.
Yeah, we talked
only because, like, bro, it's rough out here. Like, and if we're gonna be honest, if you're half black, a quarter black, use a nigga.
Well,
it is.
It's hard. It's hard. I would say it's hard because one, what you look like. So if you're white passing, it's gonna be harder for you to be like out here saying the N-word versus a person that like logic.
That's what I mean. Like your friend's boyfriend. Like your friend's boyfriend who like I know he's like closer to his black side now and stuff, but like I just like when you look black and you don't identify as black, it can be rough.
Puzzling.
Rough.
I can get confused because I could see you. We have biases in our minds and prejudices when we see someone. So if I see someone and they're like a certain shade, I will think that you're a part of my community, you know?
Yeah.
But then if I come up to you and I'm like, what up, man, nigga? And you're like, excuse me, I do not. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
Oh hell no! Oh no! Oh Lord!
You know they're calling the NBA now the National Biracial Association because the draft came out and it was literally all black dads and white moms with their biracial child.
Anyways, you know what I want to talk about?
What?
Jada Pinkett Smith. I'm sick and tired. I can't. I've had it.
Yeah.
We are tired, Jada. Unsubscribe. You clicked unsubscribe a million times. I don't want to see it anymore. Wrap it the fuck up.
Okay. I guess one of the biggest criticisms she gets is that she's only famous because of Will Smith.
That's not true.
Because I don't really think it's true, but I do think obviously she's more famous because Will Smith, obviously.
Yeah.
But like the fact that she's infiltrated our timelines. One, I was telling my sister, I think that because this is all a press run, by the way, for her autobiography, Worthy. So
we don't know what the name of the book is. We don't care.
It's called Worthy.
Okay? I'm tired.
And it's going to get, it's going to hit New York Times bestseller.
I'm sure it will.
And the people that are hating, I feel like a lot of them are the same people that are going to be reading the books because we're all nosy as hell anyways. That's the thing.
I'm not that nosy. I feel like we don't even have to read the book. She's telling us everything anyways.
And there's still so much. There's probably so much in the book that she's not talking about. But I'm a Jada defender.
Oh God.
Yeah, I defend Jada a lot. My boyfriend can't stand her.
It's just. Did you see? Okay, you're gonna have to insert the picture here. Right. The one of fucking Tupac in the car and Suge Knight, and then Jada's head is like in his lap.
Oh no!
All right, I'm gonna find it for you. Like they have been roasting her, and it's hilarious.
I think the biggest hate is her talking about Tupac because obviously she's still married. We found out that she hasn't been with Will since 2016.
Okay, the other thing that I didn't like is like, why are you throwing Will under the bus about the whole slap thing?
Okay.
Like, I understand that, like, whatever, but that was a conversation y'all could have kept together because it's been a year.
Okay,
like,
I understand. Well, one, she's obviously going to talk about it, but I do understand that when you're married, you have to position yourself in like a united front. That's what people like to see, even if it's not real. That's what I've noticed. People don't want to know the truth. They just want to believe whatever the hell they want to believe. Because the problem with Will and Jada is that, especially black people, we put them on a pedestal.
Yeah, they were like the epitome of black love.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not anymore.
One of my favorite songs of all time, No Role Models. Yeah. J. Cole's talking about he wants that Will and
not anymore.
That Will love.
Not anymore. If I get a girl that treats me like Jada, I might as well end it all. Fuck that.
And also, I don't like how they make it seem like Will Smith is like this wounded dog that can't do anything. He can't fend for himself. Yes, he can.
First of all,
he's
Will
fine.
Smith looks like a cuckold right now.
Okay, that's what he looks like, but I don't know if he necessarily is. Clearly, they've been living their own lives for the past however many years, 4, 5, 6, 7 years.
Stacey, if my separated husband stood up for me while someone was making fun of me on national television in front of the entire world, bitch slapped the man who was hating on me, I would never tell anyone that we were not married in that moment.
She did not say that in that moment.
Well, she said that she said, I was shocked when he called me his wife.
Yeah.
How are you going to throw me under the bus like that?
No, she said she was shocked because he hasn't called her that in forever.
Okay, but why would you need to tell people that?
It's still shocking. It doesn't mean that it's a good or bad thing. And on top of that, what if she didn't agree with what he said, what he did? Clearly, she didn't agree with what he did. And then on top of that,
it doesn't matter if she agreed. He was standing up for her.
Okay, but she got all of the hate for that. People were literally saying she's a witch. She's the reason why he went up there. Like, no, he is the reason why.
Oh, no. I mean, I knew he was the reason why.
People were hating on her so much when that happened. And it's like, so she literally can't catch a break. Like, she didn't do anything.
She should have just kept her fucking mouth shut.
Well, she's got a book coming out, and I think it's going to do very well.
Are you planning on reading the book?
I listened to Will Smith's autobiography, so I might.
All right, well, you can report back and let the people know what Jada's got going on. I'm good. I will be opting out. I have unsubscribed. Take me out of the group chat. I don't know how to get out. Let me out. I don't know. I'm tired. I don't want to hear about Jada Pinkett Smith anymore. I've had it.
Well, hopefully she's done talking about.
She's not.
Tupac.
What she was talking about, she was selling crack.
Thing,
she's just.
Have you ever met someone that they were dating someone, even though I know they were just friends, Tupac and Jada, but that they were dating someone young and that person passed away?
I do.
They will forever be in love with that person. Like, no one will ever amount to that person.
So I have my friend Kelly, when way back in the day, dated this guy who was a really nice guy. Like, he was a really good guy. They didn't work out, unfortunately. And actually, this is so sad, but I saw him. So I used to work at Cinnabon at the Bayshore. And one day I was working and I saw him walking through the mall. So I was like, I'm going to go on break. Went to go hang out with him and walk around the mall. he was shopping, whatever. We chit-chatted. Like, I stayed with him for like 45 minutes. We just talked, whatever. Literally a month later, we found out that he killed himself. And then it was so sad. And like for a really long time, it fucked her up. Because like they weren't together anymore, but they were still cool.
Exactly.
And like, you know, like, and he still meant a lot to her. And like they had a really good, like they loved each other very much, you know? So it was like, and I feel like, I mean, we haven't had a conversation about this in years, but like even the last time we've talked about him, like she always says that, like, I always feel like if he was still around, like things would have been different and blah, blah, blah. But like, yeah, it's fucked. It's
but just imagine one of your best friends passes away and you're not allowed to talk about him because you're married.
No one said that she wasn't allowed to talk about him, but like, it just seems like every conversation that she has that's public, she always finds, like, even when she was talking about how she let her daughter read old letters from Tupac, and then like her daughter was out here making like interviews talking about, like, it's just like, bro, like, you can mourn in peace.
There are some weird things, because I think there was a letter that her daughter wrote to Tupac,
like
saying that my mom's sad and I wish we could be with you.
Yeah, like,
it's obviously stemming from Jada,
you know? 100%. It's just like, there are things that, like, you know, like, you can have private things with your family.
She's just too open, I guess. That's what it is.
Yeah,
she's not lying. She's not said a lie. Like, everyone out here is lying. People are mad because she's talking too much and she's exposing too much. That's what it is.
She's exposing her own life, but it's like, we've heard enough.
But it's her life. And people are just like,
we're tired.
Are you dragging Will? Well, I've been married to him for like 20-something years. Obviously, I'm going to mention him here and there. Those are the stories that get picked up. When Jada doesn't talk about these things, trust and believe, we ain't hearing shit.
That's true.
Except for when they broke the story of the whole Jordan Woods thing and she went on her Table Talk. And then when Aisha Curry was on Table Talk as well. And then the other one was when Will Smith was on the Table Talk and they talked about, we ride together, we die together.
Where they got that meme of him like looking
sad,
looking distraught.
And August Alsina, she did not groom August Alsina. He was 24 years old when they slept together. So I know your brain isn't fully developed, but...
Are you talking about me?
No.
Oh, I was like, bitch, what?
No. I'm just saying that people are like, she groomed him, like...
I don't know about all that. I do think it's kind of weird that someone that's coming to you in a position of like depression and blah, 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 and then you like are supposed to be a mentor to that person and then you sleep with them. That's kind of weird. But I know
the weird part is him being friends with Jaden.
Yeah, that too. But I mean, like, I feel like a lot of the times, like, I'm not trying to say that, like, I don't know. Anyways, all I know is I'm not going to say that she groomed him, because sometimes when someone is being a mentor to you, like, it opens up different feelings for that person that you may not have had before.
Yeah.
Just because now you're in a position of being more vulnerable with them.
Yeah.
And like those feelings may have been reciprocated on both ends. Like, it might not just have been like,
yeah, she's broken too. The fuck?
Oh yeah, she fucked.
Yeah. Like they're the type of people that go to get the what do you call that in Brazil or Peru?
Paella.
No, not paella.
Oh no, peyote.
Ayahuasca. Paella is like the rice with the rice and the shrimp.
I was thinking of peyote, but then ayahuasca.
Yeah, they're the types to do those and go on retreats and stuff like that and see shamans. But there's just so much.
I am so not into psychedelics. Like, it's not for me. I used to like mushrooms, but after, you know.
Yeah, mushrooms are cool. I don't mind mushrooms as long as I don't OD on them.
After what happened to me, revert back to episode like 1, I'm not, I'm good on the mushrooms.
Also, I wanted to quickly talk about the whole Palestine and Israeli situation, because it kind of reminds me of, because I'm Black, obviously. You know what? Someone commented being like, who are the white girls in the background?
Those white girls? That black girl right there and that one? My guy. It's a cartoon.
That's us.
Please stop.
Us. I know. I should be darker though. It popped out what it did and I just copy paste.
I'm fucking dying.
But yeah, it kind of reminds me of the whole Black Lives Matter in the sense of, first of all,
protests never work.
It's like a lot of media, and it's a lot of this side, that side. Like, let's say Black people versus the cops, for example. At the end of the day, the whole Black Lives Matter Foundation was like a whole scam.
Yeah.
And me literally still having my black square on Instagram is just like the most useless thing in the world. So when I go on my timeline and I see the Free Palestine, Free Israel, I kind of feel that way, in the sense of like,
yeah,
are we going to forget about this in like a week or two from now and just pretend like this never happened?
I'm a very pro-Palestinian person. I'm a very pro-Free Palestine person. And I think that the world doesn't care about anything that's not themselves. It's like when the whole war that happened in Ukraine, okay? Mm-hmm. And there was reporters on the news, literally in Europe, being like, these are not Black Africans and animals.
Like, they look like just you and me.
These are Europeans.
That's
like
crazy.
The only
that
reason
was wild.
People never care when freaking Israelis are bombing fucking the Gaza Strip and Palestinian children are dying daily, like all the time. Obviously, I'm not, and I've said this a million times, I'm not about violence when innocent blood is shed. I don't think that anyone should die for political reasons. That's crazy. Religious, political, all that shit. Like, I don't think that innocent civilians should be the ones that lose their lives over some bullshit. But I support Palestinians. Like, I'm sorry, I do. The occupation of Palestine has been going on since what, 1940 something. It needs to stop. Like, it's crazy.
even before that. I watched a quick surface level YouTube video about it, because when this happened, like maybe 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh, like, when did this start? I was asking my boyfriend, like, when did this start? And he's just like, well, this started a long time ago. Like, they've been fighting this. I don't know why they're making it seem like, oh, like this just started. It's been going on for a long time. And like, for me, what I was seeing is, I was seeing innocent people being killed. And also, there's just a difference between the government and the people too. Just because Trudeau's saying something doesn't mean me, Stacey Victor, is 100%. Agreeing with what they're saying.
100%. And also, like, I don't like the fact that it's pinning people against each other. To be pro-Palestine doesn't make you anti-Semitic in the least. Like, just because I have pro-Palestinian views doesn't mean that I have any views that are negative towards the Jewish community. I would never. Like, I've had Jewish friends. I've been around Jewish people for a million years. Like, I don't care about things like that.
But also, when you see... Like, I can understand too when you see Palestine or Israel is you see your people, you see your family.
Like, for sure.
So you're gonna be protective of your 100%. People. Like, if I saw that there was a fight right now between the Dominican and Haiti, I wouldn't even care if it was a revenge thing where it's like Haiti started it first and now they're retaliating. I'm gonna stand for my people. Like, there's a natural instinct of wanting to protect your own side. And I think that we're very privileged to be overseas, over here, just talking about it and like seeing it from the outside looking in. Like, oh, maybe there just needs to be a conversation to be had or negotiation to be had. But when you're on the floor and you're in survival mode, like, you see it as they're evil and like, we need to kill them. Like, they killed us.
I have a friend of mine that we were having this conversation about, like, the whole Palestinian thing, whatever. Mm-hmm. And she was like, part of me feels like this might have been like the whole Hamas attacks on like the festival. Mm-hmm. They're like, I think this is like, she's like, obviously, like, we're not, like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist in the least. Like, of course, I believe that some conspiracy theories are probably true. Mm-hmm. But she was saying, like, before the festival, they had she's like, I'm pretty sure there was something that was telling them that something might happen, because originally they had the festival scheduled somewhere else, but then they moved it to a lower security place, and people were saying like, hey, like, this might be happening, and they ignored all warnings and did it anyways. And she's like, at this point, it's starting to feel like this is like a reason to give them to like attack, to go like on the attack.
But no,
like both, like, just like,
but that's what I'm saying. People, because I've heard that people kind of like gave Hamas the tools to do this, to start the war.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, it's all political, it's all religious.
Do you know that Israel has an anti-defense system that can, what's it called? Like any missiles that are shot towards Israel, they will they detonate or something like that.
I mean, they should.
And they even put out a report that says that they've had a lot of rockets and shit try to hit, but the whatever their system is, it's like an anti-missile system, has taken down like 400 and something missiles. Like a lot of attacks have not happened because of those missile systems. And I even heard that now the States is looking into building something like that.
I thought, I'm sure, okay, I feel like we are already, the States is fully equipped. When I tell you we are, like, we're Canadians, so we're privileged, obviously, to be in Canada, to be in North America, but also just being next to the States, that is like the most powerful military. I
thought China was the most powerful military.
Honestly, they might be, but I
China
feel
has
like
billions of people.
Yeah, but
I'm pretty sure in China everyone has to serve military service. Every single one of their people is like military trained. Like they have to do military.
Okay, not every single one of their people.
I'm pretty sure it's part of the law that after you come into a certain age, you have to serve X amount of years in their military.
I have no idea, but
I swear I've seen it
I just
somewhere.
like that we're next to the States and we literally ride their dick like no other, because we know that if shit was to pop off, they're
gonna be the reason that something bad happens to Canada, because they're like the meth heads that live downstairs just out here cooking meth.
To me, it's like they're like the biggest boogeymans, because they kind of go around. Like I think of it like a war movie, you know? We have allies and they're like the big boogeyman that like feeds whatever equipment they need to whoever's on their side to beat the other side that they don't like. Like, for example, the States is on Israel's side, so then Russia is on Palestine's side. Like, that's how it kind of works. Like, everyone backs up their own side. And also just the whole, like,
Although the States is sending like $100 million to Palestine.
Is it?
Yeah, they are.
Okay, because I
for
do
humanitarian aids.
I do respect that now. This time around, I feel like a lot more people are kind of understanding both sides. And I think also it's because I'm an adult, because if this were to happen maybe 5 years ago, I feel like I would just raise up the free whatever side I need to say and then like really not do my research. But I did definitely dig deeper into this one.
I have a lot of Palestinian friends.
Okay.
So I've had this I've like really like I've looked into it. I've talked to people about it.
Right.
And like I have posted a lot of stuff about it. And let me tell you something. I've removed a lot of people on my fucking Instagram that are out here talking shit.
Well, that's the thing. That's why it reminds me of the whole Black Lives Matter. It reminds me of the whole like vaccine versus non-vaccinated. It's really like rallying people up. People, just like I said, we might not be on the ground in Palestine, in Israel, but you see your own people there, so it rallies us up in whatever country you're in. There's been instances in Toronto, in Montreal, in the States,
Ottawa,
literally every country. There's issues like there's fights going down because one person has one flag, the other person has one flag, and like they're heated.
They are heated. There's a lot of heated people. Everyone's on edge, like,
and it has a long history. So like my heart goes out honestly to just all the people that have passed away. And it's sad because that's literally the history of humankind, war and conquering land. Like that's humans.
The art of war is intriguing.
It is. And when when you watch a movie and it's a war movie and they come in, and even if it's the good side that we're rooting for, they come in and they wipe out that whole land. Like they don't want them to reproduce, because it's like that ideology is going to be passed down to generation and generation, so it continues the war or whatever, and whoever wins, like there's a lot of obviously there's a lot of trauma for the oppressed side, like just the Holocaust, slavery, like there's a lot of psychological trauma that happens that still gets passed down from generation to generation. So yeah, it's really sad. And honestly, when I was talking to my boyfriend about it, he's just like, yeah, it is really sad. Like shit like this literally goes down every single day in Africa, every single day in,
I mean, he's not wrong,
in the Middle East, every single day. Like we're just so blessed to be on this side, because we can just scroll through our Instagram, double tap free Palestine, double tap free Israel, and then like keep pushing. I do understand that too, because we protect ourselves. Like, if we were really to think of all the fucked up shit that's happening in this world, we wouldn't do anything. Like, we couldn't even live with our lives, because there's every day there's human trafficking, there's someone getting sexually assaulted, like there's a lot of shit going on. So,
and with that, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah,
on a depressing note.
All right. But thank you guys so much for listening to us. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channels. Lately, I've been splitting up the videos. Like, obviously, I'm going to post the whole entire thing, but every day of the week, I post like a little segment of the show. And those have been doing really well. So don't forget to subscribe. We're on our way to 300 subscribers on YouTube. Ooh. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok, follow us on our Instagram page, and to listen to us, obviously, on Spotify and Apple Podcast.
Goodbye.
Bye.